Hello and welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is your latest general football news. We're going to start off with Manchester United and Samuel Umtiti. There's just something great about saying that name, isn't there? Samuel Umtiti. So this is over the last week he's been linked to Manchester United. Be a very, very good signing for United. If you think about Eric Bailly, David De Gea, what a centre-back partnership that would be. Interestingly enough, David De Gea's got 16 clean sheets this season, and Ederson is second in place with 14 clean sheets. Ederson's had a £300 million defence built in front of him. De Gea's got Ashley Young and Phil Jones. I mean, standards. Just shows you what a great goalkeeper De Gea is and how he'd love to have Umtiti with him. So what's Umtiti said? Well, basically he said that Manchester United are interested in signing me this summer and that I do have a low release clause, but other clubs want me as well. And at the moment, I'm just thinking about Barcelona. He does have a low release clause. It's around £50 million. And the concern is that Barcelona can't pay the wages that he wants. And as we've seen with Manchester United before, rightly or wrongly, the best paid player in the Premier League is rumoured to be Pogba on £300,000 a week. That was till January when United decided to nearly double that and pay Sanchez a reported £500,000 a week, which blew Man City out the window. So Manchester United may decide to do that, and with the defender, it's more easy, isn't it? Because if Barcelona can't afford to give him more than 120 grand a week, United can give him 150 or even 200, then maybe money does talk. Very good player, 24.5, 6 foot, would fit in very, very, very well at Manchester United. Keep your eyes on it because apparently United aren't the only club interested. Why would you leave Barcelona? You're going to win La Liga. They're always going to be competing in the Champions League. You've got half a season where it's relatively easy against pub teams. A great climate, a great status. You leave for money, and if he leaves, he'll leave for money. And if he's going to leave for money, that's where the Premier League currently has a big, big advantage. So keep your eyes on that. Kieran Burns says, I can't understand our interest in Umtiti. We've got good centre-backs. Well, I think Eric Bailly is a top-class centre-back. I think Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Lindelof and Rojo are good centre-backs. Umtiti is a top-class centre-back. So do you turn your back on that? Although I must agree, I think Twansibi can be very, very good as well. But I think the only interest in Umtiti is the price, and that's the release clause. And I think you may as well try and have a go. If it doesn't come off, we have got good centre-backs. So let's see what happens. Lin Long Ling says, why would he leave? Exactly. And 50 million for Umtiti. Absolute joke if we don't get close to signing him, says Matthew McFadden, which I think is spot on as to why we might be interested in him. Lots and lots of people watching. It is Bank Holiday Monday. I'm going to stay live a little bit longer. I'm normally live midday every day with the transfer update on football, on That's Football, covering all football news. So we'll be moving on in a moment, but make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and do drop us a like on the video as well. We've got some big shows for you this week as well. We do watch-alongs. So tomorrow night we're doing Real Madrid, Juventus and Bayern, Sevilla. Both will be on this channel. 2 streams. I'll do one, Sandra will do the other. And then the same on Wednesday night. We've got Man City, Liverpool and Barcelona versus Roma, both on this channel. So watch-alongs. Thursday as well. Liverpool Everton derby on Saturday. Loads and loads of watch-alongs coming up through the next few weeks and with the World Cup. But we're daily with the Manchester United, not Manchester United, I'm thinking about the United stand. We're daily with football news as well. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Keep spreading the word, keep getting involved because I want to take a lot of your questions. Yay, stay on for like extra time, says Snaps. There's actually a lot to talk about because I haven't been live since Thursday because of the Easter weekend. Let's talk about Antonio Conte. Now, if you've been following That's Football for any period of time, you'll know that at the start of the season that I said Conte wouldn't last the season. And it looks like I'm going to be wrong, but right. He's gone from Chelsea. He's gone. I mean, yesterday against Spurs, that effectively blew what any slim chance they had of getting top 4. Spurs with their first win at Stamford Bridge in 28 years. The old Lingard, Dele Alli debate will rage again now because Dele Alli did it in a very big game with 2 very, very important goals. Lingard hopefully will respond against Man City on Saturday. So who gets that position? Personally, even as a United fan, I think Dele Alli is a better player than Lingard on form. But he's not been on form this season and Lingard has been the better player. So a great battle there for England to see who's going to get that spot. But bringing it back to Chelsea, Conte will go out of the Champions League, out of a shout for Champions League top 4 spot. Chelsea are in the Europa League next year. What does that mean for Chelsea? It means Conte will leave. It means they will bring another manager in. It means Eden Hazard's going to leave. And potentially their goalkeeper will go as well. There's no way Hazard at his age, I think he's 27 now, is going to put up with a year in the Europa League at Chelsea. He will move on, probably to Real Madrid like we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, but mentioned it at the start of the season, and I suppose if your team's in that comfortable position where you are going to get top four, so Liverpool, Spurs, United, City, you're like, meh. But we spoke about it at the start of the season. There's 6 clubs. If you add, well, 5 really. You add Chelsea into that. Arsenal pretend they're part of that top 6, but they're not really. They're always not going to finish in the top 4 this season for me. But Chelsea, champions, really it was 5 clubs going for 4 spots, and Chelsea the one who misses out. They're not going to win the Champions League, so they're not going to be in the Champions League next year, which is big for a club like Chelsea, and big summer ahead for them. Conte surely, well, he will move on. Another manager who has moved on, Pardew, surprised he lasted as long as he did, and they are going down. West Brom, they are going down. We're going down. We're going down. What's that? I'm going down. Titanic. But yeah, they are big trouble for them, and. Not a surprise that Pardew's gone. Bit of a weird appointment by all accounts anyway, I feel. Conte will try to avoid the Mourinho season, says MD Khalad. And Conte said in July that he doesn't want to have a Mourinho season, says Dishwi. Probably worse. And Scott Kent says, Happy Easter. Umtiti to United, that would be well worth buying him in the summer. And just realised we're live. Did I miss much, says Christopher White. I'm sure somebody can update you, or you can watch it from the start. And Jose would sell Jones or Smalling, Mark, if we were to get Umtiti. I think so as well. And yeah, it is very interesting about what United are going to do around that centre-back position, but we'll have to see. Let's have a look at some of the other news anyway. Manchester United midfielder Pogba says he's got no problem with Mourinho and he's not thinking of leaving. Yeah, that's half true. We spoke about this on the United stand last night. He then came back with the quote, and don't want to get it wrong. He was asked about whether he's going to leave Manchester United. He said, it's too early to say, the situation can change. So there's 2 flip sides to that. I don't think Pogba's going anywhere soon, but I think he's just sort of saying, you know, if I get treated badly again, I'll look elsewhere. Everton, West Ham and Swansea all want Porto's 26-year-old Mali striker, Moussa Marega. If you've ever heard of him, I haven't. That's in the Daily Mirror. And Chelsea, Gianluca Vialli has said that Antonio Conte can't wait to leave, which I think is true. I think Conte wants to get out of the Premier League anyway. Although he says he's not worried about his job, didn't he? Just a further quote here from Umtiti in the Express saying that the fact that his release clause isn't that high concerns him, but he's very happy at the club. We'll have to wait and see. And Manchester City are going to face competition from Dortmund, Feyenoord and PSV for Fenerbahce's 18-year-old Macedonian midfielder Eljif Elmaz, and that's been reported by Bild. So Man City obviously looking at another creator from the midfield. Lots of talk about Roma's Brazilian goalkeeper Alisson. He's been linked with Liverpool recently and a couple of other clubs. So Liverpool obviously still trying to resolve that goalkeeper issue for them. Man City talking about that Champions League watch along on Wednesday night against Man City and the derby on Saturday. Aguero hopefully is going to be fit for that according to Manchester City. And just having a quick look around Man City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne says the clubs are keen to clinch the Premier League title with a historic victory over rivals Manchester United in Saturday's derby, and that is in the Independent. And of course they are. It's their chance to win the Premier League, and it's at their ground, and it's against their biggest rivals. I'm sure they're going to go for it. But interesting, Wednesday night they play Liverpool, Saturday they play Manchester United, and then next Tuesday they play Liverpool. I've got a funny feeling Liverpool are going to give Man City a good game in that Champions League quarter-final, and I mean, what price? Pep puts out a weekend side against Manchester United, prioritises the Champions League, but then his weekend side plays United off the park and wins the title. How embarrassing would that be for Mourinho? So that's one thing as a United fan that would concern me. But that Liverpool-Man City game, Liverpool have got to really get something at Anfield, so they've got something to defend at Man City. Although I don't think Liverpool are great at defending, I hope it's a good game. I've seen both Liverpool Man City games this season, and up until the sending off at Man City back in October and the game in January, they were both very, very good games, and Liverpool have probably hurt Man City more than anybody in the way they play against them. So Klopp seems to have a bit of a way of playing Pep. So yeah, I think Man City probably will come through it, but it's going to be an interesting game. I absolutely do not like either club. As a Manchester United fan, I don't know what I want for the best, because I don't want either of them to win the Champions League. I'd say Man City have got the better chance if they get through the tie. But then if Liverpool get through the tie, you think, bloody hell, they're only 3 games away from winning their 6th European Cup, which would be horrific. So, yeah. But I suppose I probably would. I don't mean, give us your thoughts in the live comments. I would probably prefer Liverpool to knock Man City out, because I can't see Liverpool. I could see them winning the semi-final because of the Anfield tie, but when it's in the final, in a one-off game, I'm not sure Liverpool could beat a Real Madrid or a Bayern Munich or a Barcelona. But then again, I wouldn't want to risk it to find out. I don't see Umtiti leaving, says Gazel Cesar. And it's going to be a very entertaining game, says MD Khalad. I'm looking forward to Juventus Real Madrid as well. I think that's going to be a lot tighter than people think. I do think Real Madrid will win the European Cup and win it for an unprecedented 3 times in the Champions League era. But I do think Juventus will give them a good game. Spurs must be kicking themselves because they beat Real Madrid, didn't they? And they should have beat Juventus, and they could have had that quarter-final. Juventus, I think Man City or Liverpool would beat Juventus. As much as I really do like Juventus, I think they're an ageing team, and how many trick shots can they pull out to get themselves through? Bit like a Mourinho team, really. They're just trying to sort of grind their way through it. I'm not so sure that they will. I'm looking forward to watching Bayern Munich as well. I've not seen them much this season at all. United need a midfielder, not a defender, says JME. Do you think Aguero could come to United if Pardew is appointed as next United manager? Random Ray Edmund, that is. Very random comment. And Suleiman Hussein says, Man City have never won a UEFA Champions League, and I want that to stay the same. Have we got any fans of any other clubs other than United? Because I'd be interested to see. I know there was a Spurs fan on earlier, very, very pleased with that win yesterday. The battle for second place, if it's something that rocks your boat, is quite an interesting one. Is it 4 or 5 points separating United, Liverpool and Spurs? I mean, personally, second place is still the first place loser. All 4 of them are going to get Champions League football. All 3 of them, sorry, plus Man City, who will win the league at some point. And also, you don't have to play a qualifier this year. So whatever happens, 2nd, 3rd or 4th, you're all going into the Champions League at the same point. Is it worth celebrating finishing second? Not really. I think Liverpool would really celebrate finishing above Manchester United. I think Manchester United fans would just be, well, it's still second place. So it probably means more to Liverpool to finish above United than it does United. Well, I mean, I want to finish ahead of Liverpool, but I'll still be thinking. Spurs were excellent yesterday, and United have everything it takes to beat City, says Michael Richards. Really big week ahead. I mean, I'm very, very excited about it. I mean, long weekend in the UK, Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Bank Holiday Monday today. So, still been maintaining the United stand. This is the first show on That's Football since last Thursday, but I'm looking forward to a busy week ahead. Like I say, we'll be live at midday tomorrow with the latest news, and then tomorrow night we've got 2 live streams, watch-alongs. Take your pick, Bayern Munich, Sevilla, or Juventus, Real Madrid. Me and Xander haven't decided who's doing what yet. Ideally, I would do Juventus, Real Madrid, but I need to watch Bayern Munich as well. So I'm like, I might do Bayern Munich and then do Man City, Liverpool on Wednesday, and Xander can do Barcelona, Roma. But yeah, looking forward to those. Thursday night we're going to do. We might be doing 2 streams again, because I know one of us will do Arsenal, but I believe there's another decent tie to watch. And then obviously Liverpool derby at the week. I always call it the Anfield derby. I don't even know if it's at Anfield. And then Man City as well. So loads going on. I'm really excited as we build towards the end of this season, then the World Cup. Lots and lots going on. And I must say, I want to sort of give a weekend shout out. Man of the weekend really for me was Dele Alli. Really ridiculously bad season. And I mentioned him at the start of the season saying, what a season this could be for Dele Alli. Last year he was fantastic. If he has another good year this year, you're going to have the top clubs in the world after him, like Real Madrid and Barcelona. He's got a World Cup to showcase his talents. He had a dreadful season, and then at the weekend he showed what he's all about, and I'm hoping he can finish strong and take that form into the World Cup from an England perspective. So, class is permanent, they say, and hopefully he can get back, because it's, you want as many good English players, I certainly do, playing in the Premier League and doing well. And as I said, I think the Lingard-Ali thing is great, really good. Let them go for it. And as I say, I hope United will. I hope Lingard will get a couple of goals at the weekend against Man City, because yeah, it would really open things up and boost the confidence around my club. But Dele Alli got 2 goals. Antoine Muller. Dele Alli says 1 goal now. Suddenly everyone thinks he's great. I think it's a little bit unfair. I mean, he got 2, and also last season he was absolutely amazing. This season he's been poor, and Kingman says he's better than Lingard as a Spurs fan. I think Dele Alli's better than Lingard as a Manchester United fan. Not this season, but if I was picking who's the better player based on their careers so far, Lingard's 25, Dele Alli's 22. Dele Alli's the better footballer, but this season Lingard's been the better footballer. There we go. If City win against United at the weekend, they win the title. It's as simple as that. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We've got 540 people watching, which is very, very good for this channel. So thanks everybody. Back again on this channel at midday tomorrow, and then we've got the watch-alongs tomorrow night. If you're watching a Champions League game tomorrow night, make sure you jump on That's Football, because we'll be covering both games. And also tonight, if you're a United fan, we're live at 8 o'clock on the United Stand. That's our other YouTube channel. We'll be live at 8 o'clock, and it's our Skype show tonight, so people will be Skyping in and having their say as well. So have a good rest of your Monday, whether it's bank holiday or wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you either tomorrow on here or tonight on United Stand. Thanks for watching. Really enjoyed it. A little bit of a longer show, but really enjoyed it. Lots going on, and I think it's just going to get busier and busier as we approach the summer and the World Cup and the transfer window. See you all soon.